Hi guys, what you see in front of me right now is almost 40k, and I'm just asking myself, how? Hi, my name is Bella Fayomi. I'm so happy to be here, constantly overcoming fear and keeping the good vibes very, very near. Today is a Sunday. Well, it's a Sunday because I always upload on Sundays, but I had watched a video like this very recently from Lade. I'll put her YouTube below. She is also a Nigerian YouTuber and fellow new wife. And I found it so fascinating that I was like, do you know what? One of these days I should do something like this. So I think today has to be the day. I'm probably going to do a lot more of this kind of stuff. But today I am going to be showing you what 35-ish K bought for my household, my 2.5 person household as at now, because I don't know if we can really count. I don't know how we will calculate in all this, but yeah. So we went to two places. We went to somewhere called Marketplace. If you can even find the bag, I don't know if they give us any of their bags, to be honest. I think they gave us one. Okay, it's called Market Square, and then we went to Spar. These are the two supermarkets that are close to where I live, so we hadn't ever been to Market Square. So these are the things. I've laid them all out here, and we're just going to go through what I got. Because even me, I just want to know. I just want to know as a friend what I got that made this. In fact, let me zoom in a little. Hold on. Okay, so let's get started with the things that I laid out in front of me. So the first things here are sunlight. Anything that I have the price of. I should still have my receipt. I definitely have my receipt. I'll put the prices on the screen. I usually use Morning Fresh, but then I saw sunlight and it was cheaper, so I was just like, yeah, might as well try it out. You know, trying to save that money. Ooh. So that is one thing. Next thing we got was a new wooden chopping board. Yeah, we just needed one because if you don't take care of wood properly, it splits, and because I've had a series of different people kind of come in and out of the house, I just needed to get rid of our meat one, the one that we use for meat. So this is going to be a replacement for our meat chopping board. So yeah, you really have to. Anyway, I probably will make a video about that. It might not be like a long video, it might just be a short on my Instagram, how I take care of my wooden chopping boards. So yeah. Next thing, oh yes, bin bags. So we got this small size. We've got this one in Market Square. I think it's called Market Square. Correct me if I'm wrong. But then when I went to Spar, I actually saw this extra large one. So I'm hoping that this extra large one is the one that actually fits our bin. Because every time we use that other size, like, it starts to slip after a while, and that's just the ghetto, because you know have to be putting your hands inside. I just don't want to be touching those bins. Packet of milk. This is actually the biggest size I saw. I'm not a fan of buying things in like small sizes if I can. I'd rather just get like a big size and know that it will last me for a while. Also, it tends to be cheaper if you do that. Because we're a family of 3, like I said, we tend to not buy a lot of bulk things because we can't sustain bulk. Like fresh things we don't buy in bulk. We literally buy we just pick things because we don't have space for all those things, and they will eventually go bad because that's what happens. So I got a pack of Knorr seasoning cubes. This is not the chicken. It's not the chicken, and it's not the beef or anything. It's just literally the seasoning cubes. I use Maggi, but I also use Knorr. I feel like they have different flavors. Baking soda, mostly for cleaning and also for baking, I guess. I think that is it for, okay. Porridge Oats. This is the Spar variety. So this one made by Spar. It's supposed to be the more natural one. It just looks like it hasn't gone through a lot of things. And my husband is starting like a new kind of diet type thing. So a lot of things that we bought are actually to kind of encourage the diet. Because a lot of things we have to cut out. So next here is Nutsy peanut butter. We bought this because Zoe really likes jelly or jam sandwiches, and we thought that it would be nice to introduce her to peanut butter and jelly, or peanut butter and jam. And she really likes granules, so I thought this would be good just for variety in like her snacks and her breakfast and stuff like that. So now to the fresher stuff. First thing here, just because I want to get this thing out of my way, is this lamb knuckles. Obviously there's certain things that if you see them you know that it's DG that got them. I don't need to talk too much. These are shell lamb knuckles, and he just opened them and they're just like, in fact my head is getting dizzy because they're just stinking of this place. I don't even know. Then back bacon. We eat a lot of pancakes. If you're on my Instagram, you probably see Zoe and I making pancakes a lot. Pancakes are like, is like on our timetable at least 2 times a week. Sometimes we even have it as like dinner or as lunch. We're just obsessed. I'm obsessed with pancakes, and Zoe really likes pancakes. Pancakes are my favorite meal. Like, they're my favorite food, but I digress. Okay, so another protein that we got, we just got this one today because we needed something for today. I usually don't buy chicken in these small quantities, and I usually get like native chicken, to be honest, because I prefer it. But these are fresh chicken thighs. Also, in the spirit of the diet, those are going to go into the oven. A lot of things, like we're cutting out fried things and stuff like that. If you want information about it, because it's going to be like a 100-day thing, well, maybe not 100 days. By the time you've seen this, we've already gone at least a week, but yeah, it's going to be a 100-day thing. So if you want information about that, let me know. Next, red bell peppers. They're going to be like some stir fries. They're going to be some like veggie type things, maybe in eggs and stuff like that. I also got these in the other colors. There's an orange, there's yellow, and a green, and then red as well. Just because they have different tastes, believe it or not, because I think the green one is the most unripe, and then as they go through phases is when they change colors. So they actually have very significantly different flavors. So it's nice to add it. Also, just add color to things, because vegetables are hard to consume on their own. Next, I bought this giant bag, or a big bag of spinach. It's not that big, to be honest. This was about 500 naira. We all know that spinach, or if you're going for the Nigerian route, F4, shrinks like this anytime you put it in anything. But the diet calls for a lot of eggs, so these would be really good in eggs. I got butter because for some weird reason in this family we just always need butter, like for cooking, because I don't actually use butter for bread. I like Blue Band because I feel like Blue Band has like that nostalgic taste that I like. Baby is pretentious, so he doesn't like Blue Band. He probably will have out of this butter or even cheese, but like I love Blue Band. Anyway, this butter is for baking needs and for cooking. I use this for a lot of our stir fries as well. Next up is garlic. Pretty standard. I prefer the white garlic. I don't know if the purple one is more concentrated. I don't know. Even with onions, I prefer the white onions. I feel like the purple onions are really sweet. Like they are made to kind of be consumed like in salads and stuff like that. And white ones are for cooking. But in Nigeria, the purple ones are more popular, so we end up using it for everything. That's just, I always go on tangents. Have you guys noticed how much I go on tangents? Next up is grapefruit. I'm the only person that eats grapefruit, which is why there are only 2. We try to do our shopping on a weekly basis because, like I said, we're only 2, and just avoid wasting. So in an ideal world, I would love to say, oh yes, we just buy things for like a month, but fresh stuff we buy on the weekly. It's only all those other things that we can say like we'll buy for the month and stuff like that. We also got Mortine because this is the only like insecticide that I feel like my body can bear. Like the smell of every other one, and I just hope that it still works as well. But the smell of all the other ones just does me some type of way. Next, we have something that I feel is probably one of the more expensive things. Bell peppers were really expensive. Bell peppers were expensive. Grapefruits was also expensive. Grapes are also expensive. These are 2,320. Maybe I should have been seeing the price of the things that at least I know the price. Yeah, but this is 2,320. one of the many groups that fruits that Zoe consumes and takes to school on a regular basis. So we just had to get it. It's so hard to find them like in the market and stuff like that. So we always tend to end up getting them from supermarkets. Majority of our shopping, as far as like fresh produce, I tend to do with a service on Instagram, which I think I might end up making a video with that very soon, because we're due to order some stuff like meat and chicken and stuff like that. I have given up on going to the market, and not because the market prices are not great. They are absolutely amazing for fresh things. A lot of these things are pretty much the same price. In fact, sometimes I've actually realized that the things in supermarkets are actually cheaper. The main reason I don't go to the markets is because, if you know me or if you heard me speak, I hate driving so much, and the thought of driving to the market, struggling for parking. I found this service that is like an errand type thing. So you give them your list, you give them exactly how you want it, especially like for things like N40. They cut it for you, they wash it, and they do a lot of things like tomatoes. Instead of buying fresh tomatoes and then having to cut them up by myself and stuff like that, I value working smart over working hard. I know that I don't have to suffer in life, so I would rather not suffer. And a lot of these things work out to be cheaper because a lot of these errand companies, they get like really good deals. So I'll make a video about the next time I order. I will also do like a haul of everything that I got. Last thing that we got from Market Square is this bread. When we got this bread, to be honest, we just said let's try the bread. Babe!
Yeah?
Did you try the bread?
Yeah.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Is it sweet?
It's a bit, yeah.
What's the third bit? Anyhow, then the bread is okay. So I mean, with bread, it's really hard to tell if it's like, it has to really not be good. If it's soft and airy, I guess, then it's bread. It's bread. So yeah, that is what I have today. These are things I got, and as I'm looking at them, I'm just once again asking myself how it is viable that this is almost like 40k in front of me, and I can probably, if I really try, I can probably carry everything in my hand. So that's Nigeria, my country. Hopefully, I'm going to keep on doing things like this. Hopefully, eventually, we will see a decrease in price of things, and we can be happy and grateful for that. But yeah, as of now, this is what we're working with. So thank you guys so much for watching. How much do you spend on your weekly shopping? Let me know in the comments below. I feel like for us, as far as like fresh produce is concerned, we don't buy everything weekly. Like stuff like meat, we don't buy on a weekly basis. So if I was going to say as a month, in the month, we would probably end up spending for fresh stuff alone. We have been spending maybe 60, between like 50 and 80, depending on what it is that we're getting. If we're restocking on like meat and stuff, because obviously some things have to go in the freezer. But yeah, it's not easy. Standard of living is quite high in Nigeria, and I will continue to find ways around that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget that you are sugar, you are spice, and you are bomb mashed jollof rice. And also let me know if you like videos like this. I love watching stuff like this because I'm like a newbie at like living on my own and stuff like that. So everything like this kind of just excites me. But let me know how you feel about stuff like this as well.